1.6 million people, 150 plus countries, 2300 plus surveys, 5 decades. They say long working hours are the largest occupational disease burden ever. 9% of the global population is at an increased risk of early death due to long working hours. In the first of its kind global study ever, because of having worked at least 55 hours per week, 398,000 people have died from stroke and 347,000 from heart disease in 2016. Within 15 years from the millennium, these rates have increased by 19% and 42% respectively. Since global industrialization began, average humans have worked 8 hours per day as a norm to have an equal divide between work, recreation, and rest in a 24-hour working day. However, as the labor world progressed, the working hours got stretched to as much as 70 hours per week to justify higher productivity. Quantity of work is given preference over its quality, especially in the eastern region of the world where the rise and grind culture is glorified. Hence, more burden of work-related death is reported in the Western Pacific and Southeast Asian regions as per the WHO. This WHO study analyzed data till 2018. However, the pandemic has only added to the longer working hours, blurring work-life boundaries further and worsening physical and mental health world over. Higher levels of anxiety, stress, and depression have come to the fore with several organizations pushing their employees to work inhumane 80 to 90 hours work weeks and providing them with fake essential workers ID cards and negative COVID tests to enable them to work from the office. Number 1. Limit working hours by the governments, organizations, and employees themselves. Research suggests that longer working hours harm productivity and lead to physical and mental stress. After the 50 hours mark, productivity fails by the hour, and after 55 hours, it doesn't really make any difference. A 38-hour work week is the most ideal based on latest research, which allows you to have work-life balance and lead a life without stress. This is the reason why many Scandinavian countries rank at the top in happiness ratings and work-life balances. Governments should draft policies and organizations should implement those to this effect. Number 2. Keep a check on your mental and physical health. Try to pause and reflect on what you might need to be successful and to maintain mental health equilibrium. Do something every day that makes you happy and keep time aside to spend time with your family. Keeping active can reduce the risk of heart disease and stroke by 35% and of depression by 30%. Mental activity is just as important as physical activity as it can determine your functioning in the society by keeping your brain and your emotional health in good shape. So, prioritize efficiently between what your body needs and what you want. Choose wisely at this crossroads of being sound and healthy or working at the cost of risking your life. Here is to hoping that the world will see more studies on shorter working hours, health, and happiness in the future, and that the tripartite division of 8 hours of work, rest, and recreation are restored.